Thank goodness you're here. I was so worried about you. I was calling everyone.
Great. Now they'll be asking what's wrong.
Honey, I'm sorry that you overheard my conversation with Stella.
That makes two of us. You cheated on Dad. And that's why our family broke up.
Oh, I'm so glad that you could meet me.
Yeah, me too.
I can't get used to the fact that you're home. Are you settling in?
More or less.
Good.
Yeah.
Is it nice to be back at Windermere?
It's satisfying to know that the house is back in the hands of the rightful owners instead of that interloper Valentine.
Yes, I know. You've made your feelings about him very, very clear. But that's beside the point. You were so adamant about having this gap year and traveling the world. What changed your mind? Why did you come home now?
Can you honestly say that cheating on Dad didn't lead to your breakup?
I can say that it was a difficult situation. Your father and I had a troubled marriage.
Yes. And what I'm asking is if your affair is what caused your divorce.
I understand that you're upset. And the reason why I didn't want you to learn any of this, because I didn't want it to affect you, to affect how you saw me or your father.
Well, you should have told me instead of keeping it from me, hoping that I wouldn't find out.
Honey, this is the 18-year-old Trina I'm talking to right now. You were just a little girl. You were a child when your father and I divorced. It wouldn't have been appropriate.
So it was more appropriate to leave it like a ticking bomb to blow up in my face?
As you know, from your father's decision to fake his own death. Sometimes parents keep secrets to protect their children.
Can't the prodigal son return? I came back to make peace with my father.
And nothing would please me more. But Spencer, you thought your father was dead for 3 years, and when he came back, you were deeply hurt and angry. So where did all that resentment go?
A lot's happened, grandmother. Life's too short for grudges and regrets.
Huh. I like the sound of that. So how are things going between you and your dad?
I think we're making headway. It certainly helps that there are no distractions.
Meaning what?
Let's grab a table inside. Will your husband be joining us?
My husband? You mean Kevin, the man who lived with us and who went to visit you numerous times in France? Kevin is busy tonight, and I also wanted to have the opportunity to spend some time alone with you.
Oh, good. So there's no trouble in paradise.
Nope. We're perfectly happy. But I don't understand this impersonal euphemism. Do you have a problem with my husband all of a sudden?
No, I don't have a problem with the illustrious Dr. Kevin Collins, brother of Ryan Chamberlain.
You say you kept quiet about you and Curtis to protect me, but it seems like you did it to protect yourself.
Maybe on some level that's true. But you'll discover, once you become more of an adult, that life is complicated.
Adults always use that as an excuse, but life's been complicated for me for a while now. I've had to navigate a lot, including thinking my dad was dead and being a hostage, so please, don't even.
You are absolutely right. You have been through a lot. There's no question. And you have the right to your feelings. But I am still your mother, and not your best friend. And though I love the closeness that we have, I'm not obligated to tell you everything about my life, past or present. Especially things that I'm having a hard time reconciling myself.
Are you ashamed about what happened?
That's a difficult question. The deception was the hardest part.
But you made it seem like it was Dad's fault for the divorce.
Honey, I never said that.
Not in so many words, but that's what I believed. I'd hear you guys fighting sometimes. And you'd complain about how lonely you felt, or how distant he was because of his job and all the time he spent undercover. But now I have to wonder if you're at fault too. Did Dad know about your affair?